Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Fadina Adilamiti Zainal and my ID student is 202040607064. And for this group, I'm in charge for the general background of the case study and the construction process of the door. Okay, so for the general background of the case study, in this case study, we choose IKEA as our completed building. IKEA is the conglomerate that design and sells ready-to-assemble furniture, kitchen appliances, and home accessories, amongst other goods and home services. Founded in Sweden in 1943 by 70 years old Ingvar Kamprad. It is started from being a tiny Swedish business selling through a mail order catalog. IKEA has become one of the most well-known home furnishing brands in the world. IKEA, also known as the world's largest furniture retailer since 2008. And today, there are hundreds of IKEA stores around the globe and more are coming. In Malaysia, we have 4 IKEA outlet and IKEA Ceras is the biggest IKEA in Malaysia, which is located at 2A Jalan Cochrane, Maluri, Kuala Lumpur, Wilayah Persekutuan Kuala Lumpur. Rigney as the largest IKEA store in Malaysia with a total gross floor area of 44,000 meter per square. The two-story IKEA Ceras boasts 56 showrooms, 780-seat restaurant and over 1,700 parking bays into underground car parks. Arab delivered a multidisciplinary design solution with energy efficient and sustainable features, complying with Green Building Index goal and leadership in energy and environmental design goal requirements. IKEA Ceras is a 5-minute drive from the city centre in what was previously a less vibrant part of the town. The neighbourhood has now undergone an urban renewal and is bustling. This IKEA is designed by TJ Ong Architect and built in 2015 by contractor company from McConnell Dover, Malaysia Sdn Bhd. McConnell Dover, Malaysia Sdn Bhd has been awarded the main building works package by Ikano Retail Asia for their new IKEA store located at Ceras, just outside the Kuala Lumpur city centre. This is the second IKEA showroom to be built in Kuala Lumpur and part of the rollout plan for an additional 3 stores across Malaysia. The contract involved fabrication and erection of the main roof trusses and ancillary steelwork roofing and cladding, reinforced concrete work, masonry work, sanitary sewer, drainage and water reticulation, water and plumbing, internal fit out and finishing, navigation, tower and landscape.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Ali Hafina binti Masram. My matrix number is 2020604544. For this report, I'm in charge to do types of door used in IKEA. So first is glass door. Glass door is widely used for architecture features in renovation and new building. Glass door permit light to pass through. Then glass door easy to clean and is incredibly durable. So there is 6 types of glass door. First is single hinge door. Second is French door. Third, bifold door. Fourth, pivot door. 5 sliding door and 6 stacking doors. Second door is automatic sliding doors. So automatic sliding door is a device that operates a sliding door for pedestrian use. It opens the door automatically, waits and then closes it. So they open sideward instead of outward or inward, gliding along the framework of the house or other glass panel. Usually, automatic sliding door are used at entrance. The last door is fire barrier door. So fire barrier door are used to prevent fire protection. They're from safe fire section and prevent the spread of fire to adjoining section or other parts of the building. This door are made of a combination material such as first glass section including vision panel. Second, gypsum is as endothermic field. Then steel for timber. Then vermiculite boards and aluminium.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Shazza binti Ghazali. My ID number is 20206273006. Now I would like to present about the material that being used. Every kind of door have each kind of specific material it used in the building. Mostly those different materials have their own functional and use in the specific building. All the material come from different shapes and types. Below are the material that being used in our case study in IKEA. The first one is aluminium. Aluminium have a strong build even though the weight is the lightest in the engineering material, and the material will getting more stronger based on the temperature, especially when it getting colder. Also, aluminium is the durable as it made from ductile and moldable. This material can easy to be shaped or bent into any shape. The second one is stainless steel. Stainless steel help to reduce time for any door maintenance, especially for a big building. Also, it have a good resistance to any heat as it is a corrosion resistant. Also, this material is a very suitable for Malaysian weather for humid and moisture condition. The third one is glass. Glass giving natural light into the human being. Natural light able reach into the building and could create some natural environment inside the building if used glass. Moreover, glass have a minimalist vibe and up-to-date material into the building. The fourth one is metal. Metal not easy to catch any fire unlike wooden material that known as a non-fire resistant and could catch fire easily. That's why we use metal. Moreover, metal more secure material because it is heavier than the other material that could last for a very long time. Especially metal can save money for any maintenance because it is not easy to decay. And the last one is particle board. Particle board is a lightweight material as it easy being to be moved or being handled, and the most cost-effective material than the other materials such as fiberboard or plywood. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, so for the construction process of the door, for the solid core door, the main is we must cutting the main door panel. First, we must measure the opening through which the door will be installed. Next, a piece of 1.3 cm plywood measure 4 feet times 8 feet is required. So 1.3 cm plywood is ideal for a basic interior door. Next, use a pencil to mark the doorway dimension on the plywood sheet. Using a circular saw, cut the plywood to the correct measurement. After that, after we finish cut the plywood, completely sand the door panel. Apply even pressure to both sides of the panel using an electric sander or a sheet of high-grade sandpaper to ensure that the outer surface is smooth and level. Next, we adding accents to a blank door panel. For the first one, cut the remaining plywood into strip 4. depending on how much plywood we have left over. Next, using construction adhesive, adhere the styles to the panel's edges. Apply 2 to 3 adhesive strip down the length of the panel on both sides. Next, we cut the remaining plywood strip into 6 parts with a saw. Our waist will be made up of these pieces. Attach the rails to the door panel with glue. Position the rail pieces in between the style at the top, bottom, and center of the door using 1 to 2 lines of adhesive on the back side. Before going on to the next part of rail, clamp on set at a time. The next one, finishing and hanging the door. For the first one, we must bore hole for the lock set. Next, enhance the door appearance by painting or staining it. Next, we install the latch and knob or handle. After we install the latch and knob uh, or handle, we must put the hinges in place. Measure the distance between the current hinges on our door frames with a tape measure. Place the new hinges on the door inside the edge and sketch around them with a pencil. Last, we install the door by securing its hinges to the door frame. All that left now is to hang the finished door. Leave the door high enough to interlock both sets of hinges. Then firmly tap the pins into the opening at the top of each hinge to keep the door at the correct height while you fit the hinges together. Make improvised shim out of wood scrap or 4 pieces of cardboard. For the next one, the next door, which is a glass door. For the main one, we on the flat surface, arrange the top, side, and bottom of the frame. To form the rectangular frame, place the end of the pieces against the top and bottom section of the frame. After that, machine part of the top and bottom of the top and bottom part align with machine hole in the side pieces. Set up a chalking gun and or with the sealant tube from end to end. Apply a uniform bit to sealant to the floor of opening where the door will be installed. With a 4-foot level the frame side vertically. Drive one per 4-inch deck screw into the fin and 12-inch interval to secure the frame to the wall. Next, moisture finishing paper is measured and cut to fit each side and across the top of the frame. Add 6 inches to the length of the frame side from bottom to top with a utility knife. Cut to length of fashion to this length. Next, using 1 per 2-inch staplers, set up a stapler gun. Place each piece of flashing flat against the face of the wall on each side of the frame with the inner edge of each piece against the frame matching edge. The next one, add 12 inches to the overall distance across the top of the frame. Cut the length of flashing to this length and place it over the top of the frame, flat against the walls. For the door hardware and installation, determine which side of the door has the mover panel and which side has the stationary panel. Hand push the door outer edge against the side of the opening frame and fit the inner edge against the frame. Inspect the given handle assembly as well as the drill on the movable door's edge. Attach the two section of the handle to the edge of the movement door frame with the machine screw provided. After that, we position the movable door vertically on one edge. Fit one of the provide roller mechanism into each and the recess channel at the bottom the door. Position the panel at the frame with the handle facing the open side of opening. After that, open the door and um, next, we position the panel at the frame with handle facing the open side of opening. Lift the edges of the panel and insert the top into the channel at the top right or at the top track. The last one, we open the door and look on the other side of the frame for the rubber bumper that comes with it. With the included machine screw, attach the rubber bumper to the frame face. For the automatic sliding door, the first one, we install the power switch about 4 cm in the right side from the end of the track. Next, we install the motor, which loosen the 4 screw and snap the motor to the track. Fix the motor and tighten the screw as the wires cannot be pulled. Install the return play which loosen the 4 screw and snap the return play to the track. Fix the return play and tighten the screw. Next one, we install the controller which loosen the two screw and snap the controller to the track. Then tighten the screw. Install a tooth belt. Loosen the 4 screw on top of a return play. Adjust the return place position and loosen the screw to separate loosen the screw to separate the back connector and belt. Hang the back connector on a return plate and monitor. Tighten the screw on the top of return plate back. After that, install the glass clamp which loosen the screw and clamp the glass which to clamp for one door on the same side. Then tighten the screw. Install the hanger. Loosen the two screw and screw up the hanger and glass clamp in a row and tighten the screw. Install the anti-off device. Install the anti-off device. Raise the anti-off key estimating 2 mm above the track bottoms. Connect the right door to the belt door connector, then tighten the screw back. Install the end stop. There are 4 hinges, 4 clamps and 2 back connector to the sliding door. Connect the right door with the first hanger and the left door with the second hanger. Loosen up the screws and leave 1 cm space between the door and the middle. Open the 2-leaf sliding door widely and tighten the end stop screw. Connect to input power line, which is the first 2 screws are for connect to input power line, while the 5th and 6th screw are for sensor. Set the power switch to 0 and turn it off. Turn off the electricity. Drive the door halfway open with your hand. Switch to 1 on the power switch. Turn the power switch to 0 after the door has been automatically opened. Switch the A to R on the controller. Drive the door halfway open with your hand. Switch to 1 on the power switch. Turn on the electricity. Automatically the door will close.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Wan Amiza Nilda Alif Meeting Wan Amiluddin. My student ID is 2028159996. And now I want to present about type of finishes. What is finishes? Basically, a finishes is a layer used at the end of the construction or manufacturing process. It forming the final surface of the element, so it can protect the element they finish from impact, water, frost, corrosion, abrasion, and it can be for decorative purposes. Finishes commonly relate to internal surfaces, but it can also be applied to exterior element, and it is available in wet or dry form. Some elements are self-finish, which is the final surface is the part of the material from which the element is formed. The application of finishes may need more than one layer. So a door also needed finishing to protect the wood surface. Therefore, there's a lot of finishes types can be found. It can be divided into two categories. One is penetrating finishes and surface finishes. So penetrating finishes is absorbed by the wood and is more easier to use. So it leaves a slight effect of darkness, which enhances the natural color and details of the wood. So it can give more natural appearance and make the wood stronger, hard, and more resistant to damage as it becomes a part of the wood rather than a layer on it. So for the second category is surface finishes. It provides protection that is more durable than penetrating finishes, but it does not give a natural appearance on wood like penetrating finishes. It leaves an easy to clean sheen to the surface. And now, in the subject building of our group choice, which is IKEA Cheras, there are several types of door finishes used. We already mentioned that this building have 3 types of door can be listed. Now I want to go through each of finishes type. Firstly, one of the finishes used is paint. So paint consists of pigment suspended in a liquid consisting primarily of a binder and a thinner. In other words, it's a mixture of pigment, binders, thinners, and additive. Paint is used as a top coat for both exterior and interior wood surface. It can protect the door from moisture, heat, and sunlight. And paint helps protect wood from wear and tear from day to day. Enhances the surface texture of wood. There are 2 types of paint can be used for wooden door, namely acrylic paint or oil-based paint. Oil-based paint are a better choice for final finish because it is more durable but has a slow drying process. So, oil-based paint was used as a finish on fire barrier door or solid core flush door in our subject building. The next finishes is opaque finishes. It is a type of melamine finishes and available in glossy and satin finishes. It provides a protective and decorative layer to wood surface. It will give a smooth or hard surface and it is resistant to influence of alcohol, water and heat. Also, it has a great resistance to stain, oil, food and hot drink. Therefore, it can give a more protection to the fire barrier door. And lastly, glass door finishes, a tinted glass film. This is a thin laminate film that can be installed to the interior or exterior of glass surfaces. Tinted glass come in rainbow of hues such as red, yellow, green and blue, and also it comes from dark hues such as grey and brown. This is a common color used in the commercial building. One way to create tinted glass is to add metal oxide or pigment to the glass itself, then it will change its color permanently. Another way to tint glass is by applying a tinted film on its surface. And then this tinted film can filter out sunlight and minimize heat gain. In addition, the color of the glass can give more privacy in an area as well as adding visual appeal to building. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Najdah binti Fairuz and my ID student is 2020-497-274. And I'm in charge to do the sketches of the door that used in the subject property. Okay, so the main door, basically at the mall have these 3 main door, which are they use the solid core flush door. Automatic sliding door is the main door that always used in the mall, and lastly glass door. So basically solid core flush door is we use for fire resistant door because this is the heavy door. Okay,
So in the solid core flash door, the terminologies of the door, it has the rail on the top of the door, and steel at the side, and the timber core. Timber core is inside the door, okay. And then we have the crossband or core veneer, and then we have a face veneer. So the next is automatic sliding door, which the door is used motor in this door because this is automatic, okay. So it has a threshold is the horizontal width of opening below a door opening, okay. Then we have a sensor. The sensor is to detect when we as person want to enter the mall. So the sensor detect that there is someone want to enter the mall. And then we have a transom and head. So the head is the area of wall above the opening, okay. And then we have activation sensor and door operation, okay. And we have a top rail, and lastly we have the lock on below on the door, okay. The moving glass is the function door that allow us to enter the mall. Okay, for the last one is glass door, which is it has a top clip, up clip, down clip, door closer, and lastly it has lock.
Hi, my name is Siti Hawa Binti Mat Yusof. My matrix number is 2020458738. Conclusion from this case study report, we chose IKEA Cheras in Kuala Lumpur City Centre as our completed building that is designed and sales ready to assemble furniture, kitchen appliance and home accessories. From this case study report, we have known that there are three types of door used in IKEA Cheras, which are glass door, automatic sliding door and solid core door. As we know that glass door is giving an aesthetic value to the building that have a minimalist vibe. There are also types of material that had been used for each kind of door, for example, aluminium, stainless steel, glass, and other materials for a different function. Next, the physical security elements of a solid core door are common due to their lower cost and often higher fire rating. Meanwhile, for the automatic sliding door, they have many useful purposes which can be found at many different types of locations, from supermarkets to airports and many types of large buildings. Automatic doors make it easier for people to get into and out of the buildings. From our case study report, there are three main doors, which are solid core door, automatic sliding door, and also glass door. Every type of door have its own function and provide a value to the building. During the period of making this case study report, our teamwork bonding keeps getting stronger day by day. Thank you to the group members for giving their best cooperation until we finish this report. And that's all from our group. Thank you.